So we get on to the next speaker. It's Lieutenant Colonel S.D. Udayasena, RSP, Sri Lanka Light Infantry. And he will speak to us on GIS modeling with rapidly changing data sets and application of model builder to assess public accessibility in the city of Colombo. Colonel Udayasena had his secondary education at Anand College, Colombo, and then subsequently, on joining the army, completed his BSc degree program at the Pakistan Military Academy in Kakul, Abbottabad between 1990 and 1992. He's presently reading for a Masters of Science, Defense Studies degree here at this institution at KDU. His achievements including having qualified at Level 3 Maintenance Data System Analyst at the United States Air Command of the United States Air Force in Texas, USA. The principal is the principal investigator of the geographic information for strategic defense application projects undertaken by the Center for Research and Development at the Ministry of Defense. He's also a visiting lecturer on the management program and the GIS lecturer for Computer Higher Diploma program at this institution. His present employment is Assistant Chief Coordinator on Technical and Material Matters at the Center for Research and Development, Ministry of Defense, and also at General Sir John Defense, Kutlavala Defense University here in Ratmalana. So without further ado, I will now hand you over to Colonel Udayasena.
Thank you very much, sir. And distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, before I comment on my presentation, I would like to bring to your kind notice the GIS is not a map manipulation tool. It is widely in our army or the military, we believe, GIS is there to manipulate maps. No, it is not there to manipulate maps. GIS is a complete management and planning tool. So, thinking in those lines, I have done this research to show the military. So, this can be a better tool in management and planning our day-to-day activities. GIS modeling with rapidly changing data sets, an application of model builder to assess public accessibility in Colombo City. Geographic information systems are cutting-edge information technology tool that facilitate the modeling of geographic information to arrive at rational decision making. Geographic information system modeling with rapidly changing data sets requires systematic development of analysis sequences incorporating sufficient details and establishing flow of processes. Absence of a structured approach would consume a significant time for recalculations to accommodate data sets require consistent and frequent updating. In case of geographic data modeling, or commonly known as spatial distributed modeling, there are two kinds of data. One is they are relatively static data and other one is dynamic data. The relatively static data are such data, their time span remain constant for about one year or 6 months. The other data corresponding to places of public safety mobilization, similar to locations of meetings, incidents, movement of working people in and out of cities are falling into category of dynamic. GIS model inputs can change in many ways. The geometric feature and their attributes may vary in one layer or many layers, thus causing modeler to perform many operations repeatedly to achieve the appropriate output. In case of real-life scenario modeling in GIS, modeler has to perform many operations involving in both single and multi-layer computations to arrive at acceptable results, which require great care. Such GIS works consumes significant time. Once a GIS model is developed scientifically, then changes in the geographic environment would cause only a change in the base data while the processes would remain constant. The present work is a case study of Colombo City accessibility in an environment of changing unwelcome incidents. Colombo City often experiences unwelcome incidents such as public meetings, political rallies, protests, etc. They are often treated as unwelcome incidents by many because of the traffic congestions they created. By such incidents, there are unacceptable due to loss of time and the increase of fuel expenditure. If a decision maker could identify the effects of changes causing public accessibility in a geographically distributed manner, then there are opportunities to provide many rational resource mobilization solutions. The case study using information of land use, road network, administration boundaries are static data and unwelcome incident as dynamic data applies a conceptual GIS model to assess the accessibility. The case study application carried out with and without model builder in order to critically evaluate the advantages in the use of model builder for GIS modeling. Colombo is considered as heavily urbanized when compared with the rest of the country. With the recent security concerns, the law enforcement officials have incorporated a modified boundary for Colombo zoning. Since accessibility studies do need to be closely linked to the security, the present study considered the boundary of law enforcement unit as the study area. The study area consists of two complete divisional secretary divisions. Many important roads, rail communication net systems linked to the Colombo City to other parts of the country. Total spatial area covered by the Colombo City is approximately 42 square kilometers, and the tarred road of 285 kilometers serves the total resident population about 700,000, and this includes the migrant population about 2 million. The traffic congestion experienced in the most of the road in the area considered as extremely high. This is especially during the office hours and the school hours. The city's commercial center, fort, and the PETA are considered locations that should be avoided at any time of the day except the late night. Locations like Maradana, Boralla, Town Hall, Maligavatta, and Bambalapitiya also fall into the same category. There are many cricket stadiums, theatres, and public meeting places like Torrington, Hyde Park, which attracts the significant number of public and private vehicles and creating huge accessibility problems. The present study covers the accessibility of the road network in relation to the unwelcome incident that occur at or adjacent to the road network. Objective of the study is to develop a GIS model for the assessment of public accessibility in Colombo City with and without incorporation of model builder tool and to make critical evaluations. Model concept development included identification of objective function for the assessment of road accessibility. The accessibility is concerned with the opportunity that an individual at a given location possesses to participate in particular activity or set of activities. The accessibility is usually measured in terms of travel distance, time, or the cost. Accessibility depends on the road network, land use, constraint on the road network, population distribution and terrain. In this study, GIS model computes spatial accessibility indicator for each land parcel in the study area through simple overlay